We are live. Okay, so we're gonna finish this. Let's try. Let's try be fast to finish before midnight. We stopped where we are trying to drop the price inside this pool, right? And before I was asleep today, yesterday, I started thinking that we need to take the mathematician approach to solve this because that should be the way. We did the calculations to make sure that's gonna work. So what I'm gonna recommend here is we take the formula and work step by step to understand how gonna work. So something we did here was transfer or all DVTs, right? I think it's here. Yep. Was trying to do pricing thing. I think we can post these. But then here, what the hell is that? Okay, so I think it's delete the word and selecting replace. Yeah, so let's run these. No cloud as call forward v2. Yeah, I'm a little without energy, a little tired because I was driving. So yeah, so we have here how much it's required, right? So this is 300 almost. And we need to make this drop a little more. So let's try open here. Let's take a spreadsheet. I'm logging here. Probably that's gonna be too bright. Yes, nice. I think this is Firefox version, so we'll go Puppet v2. Let's put the formulas on here. I think that's the way we should be doing since the beginning. And to know the amount in price, these are doing the calculation, right? In the lending pool. So this should be calculate that taking the get Oracle quote, and the quote it's getting reserves, and reserves we have quotes here too, right? So these they have amounts, and they use the library and the quote formula. So let's see, if they quote for A price, they're gonna tell me how much other pair need to be paid, right? So let's put that in the formula. So we have amount A, amount B, maybe like these. Then I can use multiple thing. We can go like these because A. Then we have reserve A, reserve B, right, so we have a formula. So these should be the results base where we multiply amount A. I like think divide B per A and multiply by A. Yeah, so divide B A and multiply by amount. That should be the same thing, right? Maybe not. We need to multiply first and divide later. So if multiply these for these and divide, yeah, so let's go 0 and let's go divided by 0. Yeah, we cannot divide it by 0. Problem. Okay. So we have this, and the quote, they multiply amount. So the quote they're gonna if we call quotes, we need to multiply. So here, let's see a 10, that should be like this, plus 1, 18. Yeah, that's 10. I don't think that's maybe they do difference. Yeah, yeah, this is the way. And what is the reserve? So the reserve A is the token. So DVT, and this it's Ethereum. And so here is the DVT, and here is the Ethereum. So how much we have in the reserves, right? So you can see here we have now it's data modified because the amount we put inside. So I think we can do like this. We can increase, for instance, if you want to. I don't know if my microphone is too low, but I'm falling asleep here. And we have this as the first DVT. So if we check the first reserves, we're gonna see these values. So these values, I think, is the first one. Oh, it's otherwise. Okay, so DVT, and here should be one little less. Right, so you see here the amounts. So DVT is 20, Ethereum is these. This is the reserves, right? And then I'm gonna try take 9, but putting all DVT we have. So here's just the checking price. I don't think we're gonna need now what we're gonna do is put all the DVTs available, and that should be these. So we can move the formula here, player DVT, right? Ethereum, I think it's 25. I have 25 E 18. No. Oh, I think it's correct. Oh no, it's no. Yeah, it's kinda just showing different way. So I think this should be yeah 25. I thought if I increase zeros, they gonna change there, but it's not the case. And here we have 0. Okay. So if we put all these inside the reserves, what gonna happen? So maybe we can duplicate and take out the DVT reserves here, and we're gonna multiply some with these. So we got 2 increased as DVT reserve, right? So now if I take okay, makes sense, that's supposed to be 7, and B7 need to be fixed. No, not necessary. But okay, with all that DVT we put in place, based on the formula, this is the amount I need to pay, or I need to I can take out for that DVT we got increased. It said that I cannot change the format here. Maybe there is a way to change the format here. Maybe yeah, like this. 0, 0. Can I put the dots here? Okay, so kinda I got what we want. So let's play just formattation. So Control Alt V. So Control Alt V. That's rounded. No, we don't want that to be rounded. Okay, so I think we can divide for this. E4. E5. Number. I want like these. Yeah, so I can divide by these, but I cannot do until I do this. And boy, go number. Can I go everything numbers? And yeah. Okay, we can copy this here. I can paste. Yeah. So that's the price. Can I? Need to go parentheses. Otherwise, yeah. Now we got. Are we getting something? So we could do that in Solidity. But let's see if that's get rounded. Okay. So if I quote 1 here, 1 DVT, I think we need to divide here by this, by this. I think they need to increase. They need to be big as a formula. And I use the 1 here to change. So you can see that that's the reserves. Then we did a transfer when we put all the amounts, and we try swap taking 9. But after the transfer here, I should be checking the reserves again. That should be gonna give you error. So the new values of the reserve should be equal as my thing. So we transfer. They do internally balance thing, and then we have where it is this. Oh, here, transfer, get reserve. No, that's not this. Why the reserve didn't change? We did a transfer. Get reserves here. Get reserve and the pair. I don't have access to this, but I think the reserve didn't get updated until the swap happens. So when the swap happens, so these gonna get updated. So, but basically that's gonna be increased, right? We put how much is this? No, this don't work. These also don't work. This gonna work. No, hi boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, equal these. It's freezing. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, it was back. Yeah, so we put 10,000 there, right? And the receiver gonna be increased by this. That should be 2. That's gonna get a problem because I'm dividing. Okay, so that's 10,000. I need to take out. So because it has 100, they're gonna get this value. So if I want to know the price for this 10,000 I did, because I put 10,000, I want to know how much I can take out. Now I have 990. So it means if I go taking here 9.9, we're gonna have make the constant key works, and the price of this should be, yes, you see, 29. Now we have already 99 Ethereums, and we can check our balances. Like here we have, yeah, balance the user has for this is 99, and we get in the initial 25, I guess. 20. If 20 is enough for this, so we just need to convert this Ethereum to borrow, to call the borrow function. Yeah, because the borrow function required the token. So we need to call deposit with this. We can do in the beginning, because then we can see the balance printing, and then we're gonna see the result again. So we're gonna go Ethereum deposit player initial. Yeah, I think that should be enough. So we're gonna take 2029, and the price should be enough to borrow the 1 million. Yeah, player after swap 29. So this now should be enough to do the borrow. And let's fix the indentation here. Yeah, takeouts after change because they need to do swap or sync or update. And now these amounts that require, we can send everything we have. After the swap, we check balance again. So we can send these. We can borrow, right, for the lending pool. Yeah. Now we can use the amount value too. I don't think they have a problem. And here we can go recovery. So let's see. So that should be solving. So borrow it's external and just go amount. So I need to do the transfer myself. B there. Delete too much. V what? VF these. I forgot to copy in the right place. Okay, let me borrow. Now I have a lot of DVTs, so I need to go. Okay, let me go token transfer the amount. The amount should be, yeah, we can do. No, the borrow. Yeah, that's not necessary, but that should be, oh, midnight. That should be enough to pass and hack the contract. Let's see. Okay, I got on the flow, overflow, because I'm trying to transfer, I don't know, too much maybe. Okay, I'm trying. So the balance after swap is this. So amounts, this is bad, of course. It's strange, but okay. So I need to go balance after. Why, that's strange, right? Okay. I'm gonna pretend. Yeah, it's not a good way to solve things. So we can just check. So player has 0 DVT because we sent everything. Here they ask for 29. We have 29.9, so we have more than enough. So I'm borrow wrong here, right? I should be borrowing one. Yeah, that's the borrow amount, so that's not right. So I don't need to put this value. I need to put the amount the pool has. This is what? Okay, finally. Now I'm borrow all the pools. They're gonna check my balance and transfer because I maybe need to do a proof. Yeah, maybe I need a proof. The lending pool. Oh, it's not this token. Yeah, it's too sleepy. Okay, I need to prove. Not DVT, right? But there's still something weird. Yes. Hard.